Hi guys, welcome to my video. Today we are going to discuss about regenerative therapy. And in this video we will discuss about definition of regenerative therapy, concentration in the field of regenerative medicine, types of regenerative medicine treatments, and benefit of regenerative medicine. First of all, what is regeneration? Regeneration can happen in many different ways using pluripotent or tissue-specific stem cell. Some regeneration happens without stem cell at all. Salamanders, planarian, and number of their species regrow damaged or missing body parts. This is regeneration. Studying regeneration in other species will help us understand how the human body heals and repairs itself. This could help research develop regenerative medicine to help the human body more fully heal. Some animals such as lobster, catfish, salamanders, and lizards replace missing parts by first growing a blastema. The blastema cell rapidly divide to form the skin, scales, muscle, bone, or cartilage needed for creating the lost limb, fin, or tail. In other animals, including human, organs such as the liver undergo what's called compensatory hypertrophy. When part of the liver is removed or destroyed, the remaining portion grows to the original size and allow the liver to function as it did before. Our kidneys, pancreas, thyroid, adrenal glands, and lungs compensate for organ loss in a similar but more limited way. Research organisms that are particularly useful for studying regeneration include the blue and white striped zebrafish and the planarian, a type of flatworm. The zebrafish can replace a damaged or lost fin, and can also repair significant damage to its heart, pancreas, retina, brain, and even spinal cord. Regenerative medicine seeks to replace tissue or organs that have been damaged by disease, trauma, or congenital issue. The current clinical strategy that focuses primarily on treating the symptoms. The tools used to realize that outcome are tissue engineering, cellular therapies, and medical device and artificial organ. Encompassing a broad range of scientific disciplines from molecular biology and genetics to immunology and biochemistry, regenerative medicine research generally focuses on the following key principles. First, understanding the physiological mechanism of stem cell and knowledge of how cells grow and die, what makes stem cell change into other cell, and learning more about supporting structure between cells. Advancements in medicine have made it possible for doctors to provide better treatment to patients. One area where advancements are being made is in the field of regenerative therapy. This treatment uses different techniques to help the body heal its own tissue or regenerate. There are 4 types of regenerative therapy being used now that show even greater promise for the future. First, stem cell therapy. Stem cell therapy is form of regenerative medicine designed to repair damaged cells within the body by reducing inflammation and modulating the immune system. This phenomenon makes stem cell therapy a viable treatment option for a variety of medical conditions. Stem cell therapy have been used to treat autoimmune disease, orthopedic conditions, and traumatic injuries, with studies conducted on use for Crohn's disease, multiple sclerosis, lupus, COPD, Parkinson's, and more. And the second, platelet-rich plasma or PRP treatment. Platelet-rich plasma, commonly referred to as PRP, is a non-operative permanent solution for conditions such as spinal condition, arthritis, and orthopedic ligament or tendon sprain and tears, utilizing the body's natural healing process. And the third, cartilage regeneration. This therapy is aimed at healing damaged cartilage. Cartilage does not heal well on its own because it does not contain blood vessel and doesn't always have a constant blood supply. There are several techniques used for cartilage regeneration. According to research from Johns Hopkins Medicine, cartilage regeneration is ideal for active people under 55 years old. And the last, prolotherapy. Prolotherapy is type of regenerative therapy that treats injured joints and connective tissue. It's often used to treat arthritis, whiplash, and degenerative disease. It can be used on the back, neck, shoulders, hip, hands, and knees. In prolotherapy, a doctor injects a watery solution containing substance like saline and dextrose into the injured area. This injection usually contains a numbing agent like lidocaine as well. And what are stem cells? Stem cells are the cells which are able to self-renew and differentiate into mature cells. Stem cells are the cells that have the ability to branch out and change or differentiate into two or more different cell types, ability to develop into functional and differentiate cells. In general, there are two broad categories of stem cell: adult stem cell and embryonic stem cell. Adult stem cells are derived from various tissues in the human body because they can branch out into many different cell types. They are referred to as multipotent. And embryonic stem cells referred to as ES cells, which are derived from pre-implantation embryos, are unique because they are pluripotent. It means that they can develop into all cells and tissue in the body, and they self-renew indefinitely in their undifferentiated state. And next, how PRP works. The platelets within your blood, most commonly used for clotting, contain hundreds of proteins called growth factor. They are essential for the healing process within your body anytime there is an injury. Platelet-rich plasma, or PRP, is a concentrate of platelet-rich blood protein derived from whole blood. As a concentrate source of plasma, it contains several different growth factors that can promote healing. During PRP therapy, blood is drawn from the patient and then the platelets are separated from the rest of the blood cell by a process called centrifuge. During this process, the platelet concentration grows exponentially as it is spun and spirited. It is that path back into the patient's own blood supply, precisely delivered to areas of injury by injection to aid in expedited healing. This is a natural and holistic way to encourage the healing process. And the third, how cartilage regeneration works. Cartilage regeneration is an innovative procedure to replace damaged or worn down cartilage in the knee. The procedure, called autologous chondrocyte implantation or ACI, takes healthy cartilage cells from the damaged knee, cultures them in a lab for 4 to 6 weeks, and then inject the new cell into the damaged joint for regeneration with the surrounding cartilage. This minimally invasive procedure is an option for some patients who have one or two areas of isolated cartilage loss which occurs over time. Patients with more extensive damage may require knee replacement. Cartilage regeneration replaces articular cartilage, which provides a cushion between bone endings. When cartilage is damaged or worn down, bone is bone where the sensitive nerve endings are located, causing pain. Because cartilage does not have a blood supply, it has limited ability to repair itself. Cartilage regeneration, along with strengthening muscle around the joint, can help some patients delay joint replacement surgery for damaged joints. And the last, how does prolotherapy work? Prolotherapy is both natural and non-surgical. Prolotherapy works by exactly the same process that the human body naturally uses to stimulate the body's healing system, a process called inflammation. The technique involves the injection of proliferant, or a mild irritation solution, that trigger a series of reactions that are collectively known as the wound healing cascade. As part of this process, the body recruits fibroblasts into the injured area. Fibroblasts are the body's major cell responsible for the production of new collagen, the material that ligament and tendon are made of. The goal of this treatment is to stimulate the growth of new, healthier, and stronger connective tissue to restore structure and function to joint. Prolotherapy treatments are typically done every 4 to 6 weeks to stimulate the normal healing tissue repair cascade. There are 3 procedures for it. And the first, inflammatory cascade. After tissue damage by injury, the body attempts to heal the area by mediating this cascade. When the body is unable to heal itself, which is often the case when avascular or no or little blood supply tissue such as ligament, tendon, cartilage, and fibrocartilage are injured, prolotherapy is utilized to stimulate healing. And the second, proliferation cascade. Prolotherapy stimulates healing via inflammation. Our prolotherapy solutions are injected into the injury site. A cellular reaction takes place in which various cells, including fibroblasts, endothelial cells, alveofibroblasts, form new blood vessels and ultimately lay down collagen, which enhance tissue repair and strength. And the third, tissue remodeling cascade. The final pass of healing tissue are remodeling. For many months after an injury for prolotherapy, tissue continues to model. The new tissue that result looks and function very closely to the original tissue before the injury. Once of the tissue strength approaches that of the normal patient tissue, pain resolves. Prolotherapy is similar to welding of joint. Most things break down at a junction site because this is the weakest part of the structure. This is especially true in weight-bearing joints. The area surrounding the weak structure have to reinforce so as to offer support the weakened structure. This is true in mental work as in the human body. Prolotherapy welds the ligament and tendon to the bone to increase the joint's overall stability and strength. In metal work, sometimes more than one weld is required, and often in a few different spots. Prolotherapy causes the proliferation of new ligament and tendon tissue exactly where the injections are given. It is just like spot welding. It strengthens the exact spot where the weld or injection takes place. The more injection, the stronger the weld. There are several applications for prolotherapy: sport injuries, ligament tears, joint pain, meniscus tears, labrum tears, joint hypermobility, tendon tears, and tendinosis. Regenerative medicine offers a number of remarkable benefits, which include the following. 1. A less painful treatment option. Many conventional non-surgical treatment involve painful therapy that may take weeks or months to offer full effectiveness. Regenerative medicine, by contrast, most often involve target injection of tissue into the exact place where they can do the most good. Most patients report lower level of pain with regenerative therapy than with a number of the treatment. Regenerative medicine can also be used in conjunction with other treatments such as chiropractic, exercise, and massage to offer fasting healing. By using these complementary therapies together, you can experience a sensation of pain more quickly and possible avoid for painful treatment down the line. And the second, a non-surgical option. With regenerative medicine, you can get treatment in a way that is completely non-surgical. Most therapy involve an injection of tissue into the injured area. The small injection will, instead of leaving a surgical incision, leave a small affected area that will heal far quickly. And the third, personalized medicine. Many regenerative medicine treatments use the patient cell. Platelet-rich plasma, or PRP for instance, begins by drawing your blood and spinning it in centrifuge to extract platelets and plasma. These tissues are then injected into an injured part of your body, where they can begin helping the body part heal more fully and naturally. Certain regenerative medical treatment rely on introducing greater concentration of the body's growth factor to allow healing to happen more rapidly and completely. And the last, low change of rejection when synthetic material or most tissue from a donor are used in therapy. There is a chance that the body will reject this material and attack them as invaders. This immune response can counteract any therapeutic benefit and may even lead to material having to be removed. As mentioned above, many regenerative medicine procedures, such as PRP therapy, use your cell as part of the therapy. The cells are already known to your body and thus come with very little chance of rejection. Okay, this is it. Sorry if the discussion is not clear. Hopefully we can get a lot of knowledge from this discussion. Thank you for watching and see you.